The following is a special Wayne Hills Television sports presentation.
Hello and welcome to the Gifford Gymnasium as we broadcast from our very own Wayne Hills TV studio for today's girls basketball matchup that features the Passaic Valley Hornets and your Patriots of Wayne Hills. Alongside Jason Hook, I'm Jake Tallarico as we bring you this matchup. So Jason, you have a last game recap?
In the last game against Wayne Valley, they lost 36-24 with the highest scoring being Shannon Ty with 6 points. They're coming off of a loss here, but hopefully they can turn around and, take the win.
Yeah. Now let's take a look at some key players for today's game. My key player for today's game is Sarah Park. Sarah Park on the year has a total of 75 points with 28 twos, 2 threes, and 13 total free throws, and that's in all 8 games played this year. She has been the best player on offense for this team all season long, and she's been getting better and better down low and even making those deep shots. And now, Jason, who's your key player?
My key player for this game is Shannon Ty, who has, I believe, she has 69 points on the season off of 25 two-pointers. She's great on offense, but what I've been witnessing in her, the last 8 games from this Hills team is that she's great on defense as well. She's really an all-around player that can, get you the win in the long run.
And now, before we get this game started, we had a chance to hear from Katerine Lepore on her thoughts on the team. This is In the Paint.
Hi, I'm Katerine Lepore. I'm a senior and a forward. My main goal this season is to keep up the intensity and motivation throughout the whole entire season at both practices and games. This year I plan on improving our positivity and just keeping everybody positive throughout the whole entire season and not just little parts. I think we're going to do very well, and so far we have. We're a super fast team, and everybody is very adjustable to all different positions. This season first last season. Last season, our team was a little bit bigger, so this year everyone's kind of getting used to rebounding and being much more tougher under the basket. I chose to play basketball because I've played my entire life, so I just always loved the sport. And I may play club in college, I'm not really sure yet. But my favorite team is Rutgers. I just always love them. And at the game today, I get to see my parents, which I'm really happy about. But I definitely would have loved if my whole family was able to come.
expect it? Or the ones, yeah, come on.
16 points. I'm gonna get two third in these categories in the day.
I don't think the wife does it, obviously, but I think he does. He does it. I literally looked at him like, are you serious right now? I was like, you're my queen is here. Did you hear him today? Did you hear him today when he was saying my voice is sick?
So pregnant that everything hurt. I was like, okay, didn't need to know that.
Yeah, I didn't want to know that either.
Like, you could have left that little information out.
He made fun of me. Okay, I just want to say hi. She's gonna see us on the court. No, she's gonna see you on the court. I don't be on the court. She's gonna hear you say Victoria Lynch. They always say it wrong. They always say it wrong. I think I saw two of them sweat. They say like Langevin. No, they say like Langevin. It's Langevin. And I want to tell the guy that's announcing to say correctly. Oh, it's so free. Well, that was the coach that I said we're going to kick ass. That's what Taylor always says. She's like, you're going to score 50 points today. I'm very energetic. I don't pee anything. You're not playing? You probably are. Well, you got it. That's the good side for you. That's for you to get like yeah. So if you want to play, you got to play back here. I divided. Why don't you tell me that you can't play it? I'm hot. Yeah, that's like take your thing. Yo, that rolls down. I think it. Yo, when they call my name, I missed that call. That's what I'm gonna do.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Giver
Don't know who I am.
here at Wayne Hills High School for girls basketball senior night. We are thrilled that we've had the opportunity to have a season this year and are especially grateful our seniors have had the chance to play the sport they love once more here at Wayne Hills. We'd like to recognize the seniors and their families tonight on their terrific careers on and off the court. But first, we'd like to recognize the Passaic Valley
I think
seniors.
she had her.
Taylor Hill, Madison Leach,
That's like.
Tatiana Carter, and Victoria Benjamin. Congratulations, girls.
Because I might break it if I didn't.
This evening we have 4 Wayne Hill seniors. We will begin with the guard, number 2, Bree McMullen. Bree is a 3-year varsity player. Will be attending Vassar College, playing lacrosse, plans to study computer engineering, and she's accompanied this evening by parents Tony and Joan McMullen.
I'm right. So, okay. I said that. But I think she had one of her kids like when she was like 16, when she had Bree when she was like later, like in her 40s. So that could have happened.
Once again, Bree McMullen. Next up, the forward, number 5, Katarina Lepore. Katarina is a 4-year varsity player. She plans to study business. College is undecided, and she's accompanied this evening by parents Rocco and Denise Lepore and brother Rocco.
Dude, I can't see anything. Soft as a mess.
Once again, Katarina Lepore. Next up, the guard, number 14, Sam Graff. Sam is a 4-year varsity player attending Kutztown University. She's been playing lacrosse and plans to study biology, allied health. She is accompanied by parents Fred and Lisa Graff, also brother Pat and sister Caitlin. Once again, Sam Graff. And finally, the center, number 15, Joelle Rickey. Joelle plans to major in biology, college undecided. She is accompanied by parents Wendy and Ron Rickey. Once again, Joelle Rickey, and ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for all of our seniors this evening. So glad we could get a season in for them this year.
Okay, I'm actually sweating. Volleyball, softball. Okay. I was gonna play volleyball. Yeah, but I don't know how to play. I played last year. Dude, I'm not trying to play. A lot of people.
Once again, we welcome you to Gifford Gymnasium at Wayne Hills High School for this evening's Big North Conference matchup between the visiting Passaic Valley Hornets and your Wayne Hills Patriots. Tonight's contest is being conducted according to the rules of the NJSIAA. These rules provide for fair competition among players. Spectators can help promote good sportsmanship by observing the rules of fair play. Any verbal, written, or physical conduct related to race, gender, ethnicity, disability, sexual orientation, or religion shall not be tolerated, could subject the violator to ejection, and may result in penalties being assessed against your team. It's expected that all spectators will demonstrate good sportsmanship and will do nothing to jeopardize the safety or comfort of the players, coaches, officials, or other spectators. Also a reminder that all tobacco products are prohibited on school grounds. Ladies and gentlemen, due to the circumstances of COVID-19, we ask that you please socially distance 6 feet apart at all times, along with wearing a mask over your face and mouth. Your cooperation is greatly appreciated. Thank you and enjoy the game. First, let's introduce the starting lineup for the visiting Hornets. Freshman forward, number 32, Gia Hornets are coached by Mark Salvatore, assistant coach Mike Coonan. Once again, the Passaic Valley Hornets. And now for your Wayne Hills Patriots starting lineup. Junior guard, number 20, Sarah Park. Senior center, number 15, Joelle Rickey. Senior guard, number 2, Bree McMullen. Senior forward, number 5, Katarina Lepore. And senior guard, number 14, Sam Graff. And the Patriots are coached by Todd Green, assistant coaches Lucas DiMatulis and Jen Tobias. Once again, your Wayne Hills Patriots. The officials for this evening's game are Bob Lunate and Carlos Alvarez. Now, ladies and gentlemen, will you please rise and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
Hello and welcome back to the Gifford Gymnasium here at Wayne Hills High School, as we just celebrated senior night here at Wayne Hills. And now let's take a look at the starting five for tonight's game. Tonight's starting five consists of Sam Graff, number 14, B. McMullen, number 2, Joelle Rickey, number 15, Katarina Lepore, number 5, and Sarah Park, number 20. I'm really looking forward to tonight's game. After senior night, you saw some of the players like Sam Graff and Joelle Rickey are in the lineup. Looking forward to see Sam Graff play tonight, as she has been one of their better players over the past couple of years, and especially this year, as she's number 2 in points on the season. I'm just looking for this great matchup, as even Passaic Valley, they have a great team also, with a couple seniors on their team who also celebrated senior night here. I'm just looking forward to this game.
Yeah, we see the two sophomores for Wayne Hills, Lily Wellman and Shannon Ty, have been taken out of the starting five. They're both usually starters, but we see Joelle Rickey and Bree McMullen here to start the game for senior night. This is their big day, and it's really really excited to see what they can do. We have Bree McMullen with just 10 points on the season, and Joelle Rickey with 4 points. So it's going to be interesting what they can do for this Hills team as we are about to start.
Yeah, a bit of a surprise with Shannon Ty, the sophomore. She has 69 points on the season, which is actually the second most on the team behind Sarah Park as we get this game started. And now Passaic Valley has the ball up top. Dribbling around, driving up, going for the layup. Miss, and that's hit out of bounds. And that will stay with Passaic Valley. That was a great play by Katarina Lepore underneath to stay with that. Now the ball is being passed in by Passaic Valley. Throwing it deep and looking to reset their offense here. As B. McMullen is on number 33. And Katarina Lepore grabs the rebound for the Patriots as Sam Graff takes the ball up the court. I'm looking for rebounds here tonight from the Patriots, as they've struggled with that all season long. And now that ball is passed underneath, and that'll be a travel on Katarina Lepore. That was a great pass by Sam Graff, but unfortunately just Kathleen Poor could not keep her feet there. But it looks like Taylor Hill, the leading scorer on this team by a very high margin with 190 points on the season, is going to be their point guard for tonight. As she has the ball and she goes underneath and she misses the layup for the second time. And Kathleen Poor with her second rebound already tonight. Now passing around to Sarah Park, their highest scorer. And Joelle Rickey loses the ball. And now Passaic Valley's going down the court, going up for the layup. And they make it. Not sure who that was by, but great play by Passaic Valley to get the first score of the night. As Sam Graff loses the ball, Passaic Valley's going down the court, and she is blocked, but that would be a foul. Looks like that was Taylor Hill stealing the ball.
Yeah, we just saw Hill, swipe the ball away from Sam Graff. She was dribbling a little too high, and, Hill got that, and she got the fast break. Unfortunately, you saw Sam Graff going for, like a LeBron James caliber chase down block. Unfortunately, it resulted in the foul, as that is the first of the game.
Now we see Passaic Valley coming with their players underneath trying to get this rebound here. But Taylor Hill, the senior, misses that shot. As they get the rebound back, but that is missed. And Sarah Park going down the court on a fast break, looking for a teammate. B. McMullen stops. Now passing around, Sam Graff has the ball. Takes a deep three and makes it. What a great shot by Sam Graff. Usually Sam Graff is more of an underneath type of finisher point guard, but she had the open shot and she took it here on senior night.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of inside scoring from Sam Graff. She's only gone into this game with only 4 3-pointers on the season. But, she has been known to, whenever she does take that rare three-pointer, it's going to go in. She's a great shooter. It's just that, she doesn't use that talent behind the line.
Now that'll be a travel on Passaic Valley. Looks like Sam Graff played great defense, switching over and then forcing that travel. But Taylor Hill here for Passaic Valley has a total of 52 twos, 13 threes, and 45 free throws, as that shot is missed. Now it'll be a jump ball, staying with the Patriots. Sam Graff passing the ball in, looking for an open teammate. Pass the ball to Sarah Park, open in the corner, and airballs that three. Surprising there from Sarah Park. As the ball is passed down the court, another fast break. Misses a layup, gets her own rebound. Sarah Park grabbing the ball. She cannot get it. Driving underneath, looking for an open teammate, and that'll be a foul on the Patriots. Looks like that was Joelle Rickey drawing that foul. Some great passing there by Passaic Valley underneath to draw that foul.
Yeah, it's been just about 3 minutes in here. It's been a bit of a low-scoring game, as it's 4-3 now after that free throw was made. But both teams with good rebounds, 4 rebounds for the Patriots and 3 for the Hornets, and low amount of turnovers for the Patriots with only 1. But the Hornets, unfortunately, with 2. They've got to really step up their game, as it's very early in the first quarter here.
That'd be a turnover there on the Patriots, as Taylor Hill takes a shot and misses it. Now that will stay with the Hornets here, after it looks like maybe Sam Graff caught that and was out of bounds.
Yeah, you saw the step-back three-pointer from Taylor Hill, that airballed, and Sam Graff right under the basket, about to get it, and unfortunately her right foot, I believe, was just barely out, and, they're going to call that for the Hornets.
Taylor Hill with the ball at the top, passing around to an open teammate. Now that'll be another travel called so far this game. That's the third travel already so far. Just about 3 minutes into this game as Bree McMullen passed it into Sam Graff. Patriots looking to get it open. Their only points so far came from Sam Graff, as Kathleen Poor drives in, finds Sarah Park. Now Sam Graff passing to Bree McMullen, back to Sam Graff. Cannot get anything moving here underneath, as Sarah Park is. And Kathleen Poor underneath gets blocked, gets her own rebound, goes up again, and gets blocked once again. That was 2 straight blocks.
Yeah, you see, we usually see Catalina Laporte getting the blocks, not being blocked there. Unfortunately, she was being double teamed in the paint, and it still stays with the Patriots.
And then Ricky gets blocked there again. Great defense by the Hornets underneath. That's 3 straight blocks on one offensive drive there for the Patriots as they come down the court. And a low-scoring game so far, only 5-3. Goes up for the layup. Catalina Laporte getting another rebound. That's almost her, I think that might be her 4th rebound already tonight. But they're getting their rebounds, as I said earlier. But they need to score more points as Sam Graff takes a deep 3. Misses it. And just can't get her own rebound there. Now, Passaic Valley taking the ball back up the court. Looking to find an open lane to pass. As the ball is almost stolen there by Sam Graff. But now Taylor Hill passing it off to one of her teammates, taking the shot. And that is off as Sarah Park gets the rebound there. Passing over to Sam Graff, Sarah Park, and that ball goes off the rim. And I can tell that was definitely a pass to Sarah Park, but unfortunately hit the rim.
Yeah, that one was a little too high there. Kind of looked like a awkward shot, but looking back at it, it's definitely try to pass it there to Sarah Park. Unfortunately, just bounces off the rim there and bounces out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Hornets.
And unfortunately, she was definitely open, just could not get the passes to Sarah Park. As it looks like that'll be a timeout. Looks like it'll be called by the Hornets. And now Coach Green will discuss with his starting 5. But now Shannon Ty is in the game. And so is, looks like number 2, Lily Weltman is also in the game. As we said, they were the starting 5 in, I think, all their previous games so far this season. But they added Bree McMullen and Jarrell Ricky into the mix.
Yeah, so this has been a very low-scoring game so far. I mean, just over 3 minutes left in the first quarter, and both Patriots are the only team that have fouled so far, but they have 2 fouls already. Though they do have 8 rebounds to the Hornets 5, and 2 turnovers to the Hornets 3, which is, it's great to see both teams, being aggressive, grabbing those rebounds, but, Hills and Passaic Valley both have their faults with a high number of turnovers just in the first quarter and the high number of fouls already.
Now that ball is stolen by Shannon Ty, and Sarah Park takes the layup. And that will be a foul on Sarah Park there. Great finish at the rim, as she was my key player for today's game, and that's my main reason for her being my key player, as she always is drawing a foul underneath.
I was just talking about turnovers as we see Sam Graff with the steal, the little pickpocket there, and she sees Park all the way down the court. Little Patrick Mahomes pass all the way down, and she will make the first, but not the second.
Yeah, Sarah Park's usually automatic as she's the highest scorer. And Taylor Hill is blocked. Now Shannon Ty running down the court. Passing over to Sam Graff. And she misses the layup, but Sarah Park grabs her rebound. And unfortunately, they cannot get anything out of that fast break there.
Yeah, Kat Lepore said not today. She was blocked earlier in the first quarter. She was blocked twice in a row, and then she turns it around, gets the block for herself as we see Shannon Ty with the steal.
That's her second steal already, just coming to the game halfway through the first quarter. Looking for an open teammate. Now driving to the basket, gets blocked again. And now it'll be a travel. That's an unfortunate travel after they finally got the ball back. Only up 5-4.
They really need to watch their feet over there, as I believe that was Tatiana Carter, the senior, who, she took that extra step. Unfortunately, they've been called for a few travels already, and they've really got to watch out.
And that shot was off by Shannon Ty in the corner, as she was definitely open, just could not land the shot. But we'd like to see the Patriots do more of the usual, drive underneath, get the passing lanes open, and take more of the layups. As now, Passaic Valley has the ball. Taylor Hill at the top looking for an open teammate. So that'll be a foul called on number 3 for the Patriots. Lily Weltman definitely wasn't happy with that call there. But with about a minute and 38 seconds and counting, passing the ball in, and looked like she was out of bounds there. I definitely saw that. Great call by the referee. And now Patriots definitely want to put some points on the board.
That puts Passaic Valley at 6 turnovers. To compare, they have 7 rebounds so far this game. So, they've really got to watch out for what they're doing. There's a lot of travels, a lot of stepping out of bounds. And there is Shannon Ty, or I believe that was Sam Graff with the 3-pointer. That is her second of the game.
That was a great shot by Sam Graff in the corner as that's her second 3. And now Patriots playing great defense here. As that's hit out of bounds by Katerina Lepore. But Sarah Park and Lily Weltman both at the top, crowding the defender as the Hornets pass the ball in again. Now trying to come back after being down 7-5 now. Sarah Park works the ball out, just cannot get on it. Patriots just cannot seem to grab the ball right now. And now that will be, looked like she might have been out of bounds. Oh no, that will be a foul on number 4, Nicole Uricchia for Passaic Valley.
Yeah, we see a lot of great defensive players here for this Hills team, especially Kat Lepore. She's got that, she just tipped that pass away. She's got a block and a steal so far this game. One of the better defenders on this team. And, it's great to see someone with, so dominant on both sides of the court.
Yeah, she definitely has the size to get those rebounds for them, which is what she's here to do. Now, passing it over to her. And that ball is... Looks like that ball was stolen by Taylor Hill, right out of Kat Lepore's hands. And now passing the ball in this Passaic Valley with about 17.9 seconds left to go. Looking to get something going as Sydney Lucero comes into the game for Sam Graff. And also Lily Weltman comes out for Ashley Lizito.
Kat Lepore, as we were talking about, she also has 38 points on the season. She is the 4th leading scorer on this Hills team.
Now that is an airball shot with about 1 second left to go, and that will bring the first quarter to the end.
And it looks like we have a replay of a 3-point shot from Sam Graff, as you can see, lined up in the quarter, and bang, right there. Perfect swish. I mean, she's been great this season. She's been more of an inside scorer, but, that 3-pointer has been coming in handy these past few games. I remember a couple games ago, I believe it was against Passaic Valley that they played, and she hit 2 3-pointers, bringing them the win there.
Yeah, Sarah Park now 2 for 2 from the 3 range. You like to see her take more of the shots, especially when she's open. But it almost seems like Passaic Valley is testing her out on the edge. She's definitely more of an inside scorer for being a point guard. But I like the way the Patriots have played the first half on defense, but offensive-wise, they definitely need to step it up. But Passaic Valley has, I think they have 6 turnovers so far, only in the first quarter of this game, and most of those came from travels, as it's just simple mistakes that you definitely see them clean up later in this game. But with the score 7-5 after the first quarter, so far it's been a pretty good game. But you like to see the Patriots come out even stronger, as Sam Graff, their leading scorer, with 6 points so far.
Yeah, we have Sam Graff with 6 points, the leading scorer so far for the team, and Sarah Park with 1 point off of that free throw. And then for the Passaic Valley Hornets, we have Taylor Hill, who has 3 points, and Nicole Lauricia, who had that layup from before, as we are now heading into the second quarter. A 2-point game. Hill's up by 2 here, 7-5 here on senior night.
Yep, Taylor Hill, definitely the best player for this Passaic Valley team. And so far she's been pretty quiet with only 3 points so far, as she has an outstanding 190 on the season. But maybe we see this game go from a more of a heavily defensive game with many blocks and steals and rebounds to more of an offensive game with more shots from deep range. I'm not sure what happened there. But now Sunny Lucero. That is another turnover there for Passaic Valley. Now Sunny Lucero passed the ball into Sam Graff.
Looks like Shannon Ty is now in for Sarah Park, as we see her sit down off of the 8th turnover for the Passaic Valley Hornets. They now have more turnovers than they have rebounds and points. Not something you'd really like to see.
Now another fast break here for the Hornets, and looks like the player cannot just control the ball, and that will be another turnover, and that'll be Patriots ball. But I just want to see the Patriots compromise on all these turnovers that they are getting from the Hornets this game. But so far, great defense by both sides. As Cindy Lucero has the ball. And now this will stay. Oh no, this will not stay Patriots ball. And now Lily Weltman covering Taylor Hill, passing the ball in. Great play by Lily Weltman to steal that ball. Now Sam Graff passing over Cindy Lucero, and she makes the layup. I saw that pass by Sam Graff. She almost tapped it into Cindy Lucero's hands, as she didn't even catch it. She needed to get there so quickly. But now with the score, 9-5, as another fast break, and Lily Weltman. That's another travel. You like to see Lily Weltman slow down there, take her time, and then take the shot and not rush it.
Fortunately, yeah, there was the travel on Weltman, as there's a turnover. Surprising there, right into the hands of Lucero.
And they still have the ball as Brianna McMullen has it. Probably should have took the shot there. But now, as we see, Passaic Valley's coach complaining about the recent calls. But again, Wayne Hills needs to compromise on these turnovers that they have been getting basically handed to him, as that pass was handed to him before. Now Sam Graff passing the ball into Lily Weltman.
Yeah, their coach was definitely mad about that foul call on number 14, Janesse Ruiz. That's her 4th of the game. That's her 1st of the game and the 3rd for Passaic Valley.
And Taylor Hill gets that steal, and then makes the layup on the breakaway. You just want to see more energy from this Patriots team, as they've been pretty slow so far, only scoring 9 points, as you usually see them as more of an offensive team, not a defensive team. In most of these games so far this season, as another travel called throughout this game. It almost seems to be a trend with the referees tonight, as they definitely like to call it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of turnovers here. I mean, both teams so far have combined for 17 turnovers, as there's just under 6 minutes left in the half. You know, it's not something you'd like to see from either team. I mean, Passaic Valley with 10 and Hills with 7. That's not very good to see, as you'd want to, see more offense, more passing around, not all these travel calls that are happening, not all these steals.
Yeah, but great defense so far. Even right now with Cindy Lucero crowding around the defender. As another layup missed. Hits off the bottom of the rim. And now Shannon Ty with the ball going up the court. Finding Lily Weltman going up for the layup. And that is off. And now there'll be another foul called. Look like on Lily Weltman there. I'm not sure why. She definitely doesn't seem to agree with that call. Looked like a reaching foul. That is her 2nd of the game, as now she will be taken out. Unfortunate, as she is definitely one of their better players on defense, as she is always covering the point guard, always covering most likely the best player on the team, because she is just such a great defender.
Yeah, Lily Weltman, a very fast player. She plays for the soccer team, the varsity soccer team, and she's also one of those all-around dual sports players, similar to Sam Graff, Bree McMullen, Phillip Park as well.
Now that is another stolen ball. Going down the court. Looking for an easier shot with a layup. But now that will stay here with the Indians. It looked like the Indians player was out of bounds there. But nay. And now they will pass the ball in. Passing the ball into the corner, taking the deep 3. And now, Sydney Lucero passing the ball in. Dribbling down the court is Sam Graff, passing over to Sydney Lucero. Passing around the court. Trying to find an open lane underneath to maybe drive in, as that's their specialty, but cannot, as Shannon Ty takes another three, and that is off. And Terrell Ricky gets the rebound there. As Sam Graff drives in, passes the ball out. Great pass. And Sydney Lucero cannot hit the three there. As this, and now the Hornets will have the ball here. Going up, and that is off. There's another layup off, but they do get the rebound back, and now that goes off the top of the backboard. Still with the score 9-7, with about 4 minutes left to go here in the first half of this game. And then you see Sydney Lucero come out. Not a lot of shooting so far here by the Patriots, only from deep. Definitely want to see more layups taken and more driving lanes, usually from players like Sam Graff. Now this will be, looks like this will be Hornets ball, as the ball was tipped by Sam Graff and then it went out of bounds. And now Taylor Hill will pass the ball in here. Hornets looking to get something going. Still trailing. And another deep shot taken. And that ball is off as Joel Ricky gets the rebound. That's a great rebound by Joel Ricky right in the paint there. As looks like another foul was called. So far the referees have been very ticky-tacky when it comes to fouls, especially with the reach-in fouls and the travels. Something players definitely do not like. They like to play more aggressive, but you got to adjust to the referee's play style as much as they have to adjust to yours. Now Sarah Park with only 1 point so far tonight. And now that is missed by Sam Graff in the corner. That is her first three missed so far in this game, as she made the two earlier. And that ball is stolen by Sam Graff as she goes up for the layup, and she misses the layup. You never see that happen from Sam Graff. And then Sarah Park puts it back after getting the rebound and then going up and making that tough layup. Definitely brings up Sam Graff there after missing that. And a deep three hit off the front of the rim there from Taylor Hill. And now another fast break, and that ball is tipped. Looking for Sarah Park was Katherine Lepore.
Yeah, Sam Graff's really gotta, learn to slow down on her layups when she's driving. We saw people like Lily Weltman and Sid Lucero do that earlier, and that's been working for them. Unfortunately for Weltman, it did result in a travel, but we did see Park and Lucero, both with good layups so far. Sam Graff, unfortunately, sometimes when she drives to the basket, she's going a little too fast, and it's just it's too much power.
Yeah. And now Sarah Park passing the ball into Sam Graff, looking to add to their 4-point lead with about 2 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in this first half. Now passing Catalina Lepore underneath, going up for the layup. And that heads off the front of the rim. And now that'll be a jump ball going back to the Hornets. Unfortunate there, as it was a great find by Sam Graff there to Catalina Lepore, just could not finish. As recently they have been getting their layups more open and open, just they cannot find a way to put them in. And now Taylor Hill drives. And that was a foul on Catalina Lepore. That almost was a great play by Catalina Lepore, as when Taylor Hill went up, she took it right out of her hands. But prior to that, it was a foul, as the first shot is off the rim, which is these two shots here are now with one left. The Hornets are desperate for this shot, and that ball goes in. Now with their first score in this whole entire quarter, with the score 11-8 Patriots. Now with Sam Graff. Sam Graff with the ball, passing around. Taking the deep three. That goes off the front of the rim. Going to get her own rebound. And then Not sure who went over there, and it looks like she stepped out of bounds. Unfortunate play as Sam Graff was coming over to get their own rebound. And now Taylor Hill with the ball at the top. And now Sam Graff trying to get the steal there, just cannot get it. And now Taylor Hill taking a really deep three, hits off the rim. And now Katerina Lepore getting another rebound. But that will be looks like that might be a jump ball. And it will go to the Patriots as the previous one went to the Hornets. Sam Graff taking the ball up, trying to find one of her teammates underneath. Sarah Park with the ball. Now swinging it. Going back to Sarah Park to take the three. And that is off the rim again. As Kat Lepore probably getting tired of missing all these layups and goes up and gets the foul called on her. Great play by Katerina Lepore to go up and get that. And then go up for the layup and get the foul called on her. Now definitely needing these points with about 1 minute and 8 seconds left to go in this first half. With the first shot landing there for Katerina Lepore. And now let's see if she can make the second shot here. And no, she will not. And now the Patriots up 12-4, or 12-8, excuse me. Passaic Valley looking to respond after putting up only 1 point in this whole entire second quarter. Going for the layup, and that will be a foul. I'm not sure who that was on. That will be on number 23 for the Patriots. As now these 2 free throw shots are going to be taken. First one goes off the rim 3 times there and just cannot go in. A little bit unlucky there. Now looking to make this second shot with 53 seconds left to go to put them down by 3. And she can do it. Now with the score 12-9. And the Patriots have a total of 7 fouls so far. That is why they got the shots there. And I'm passing underneath to Shannon Ty. And the ball is out of bounds by the Patriots player. That is an unfortunate play there, but now that is, I'm not sure how many turnovers they have so far. I don't know if Jason has a stat on the turnovers for the Patriots, but it's just been unfortunate for both teams with turnovers and not getting the rebounds and then not making their shots to follow that as that goes off the backboard.
I do, in fact, have a turnover sheet after we see that score from Park. I'll read it off. 10 turnovers so far for the Patriots and 12 for the Hornets.
That was a great layup by Sarah Park, taking her time, going up and getting the points, putting them up 14-9. That is a great play by Katerina Lepore, taken out of the defenders, taken out of her hands. That was a great play, as last time she did that, that was called a foul.
So we have a replay from the fast break lay-in from Sarah Park. You know, she gets that right up off the pass, you know, from behind half court. You know, we get the fast break there, and, you know, they are now up by 5 points as the first half is now over, 14-9 for the Wayne Hills Patriots.
Yeah, that was a great finish to the first half there with the score of 14-9. Well, that about wraps up the first half with the score 14-9 with the Patriots leading. And don't go anywhere. Second half action when we come back.
defensive shootout here, right? We didn't start too delayed, so it'd be nice if we were done at 7:50. How are three numbers been in class?
Do you hear anything? They're supposed to come back 15 seconds. Yep. Okay. Nothing yet? No, not yet. So go focus behind this thing right there.
So after that first half action, Wayne Hills leads 14-9 over the Passaic Valley Hornets. It's a 5-point game. Let's see some halftime stats if we can pull up the graphic. And as I said before, 14-9. Wayne Hills with 16 rebounds, Passaic Valley with 11. And here's where it gets interesting. 10 turnovers for the Patriots, 12 for the Hornets. This has been a lot of back and forth so far. So it's going to be really interesting to see what happens in the second half. And I believe on the court we have Mr. Hittinger, the public address announcer.
Hi, guys.
Hello, this is Jason Hook here. Was going to ask you a question or two. I was wondering, with all the rebounds and turnovers going on, what are your thoughts on, this back and forth game? Are you liking how it's going back and forth, or would you rather see, a more steady game?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to. The last time I got to see our Patriot girls was against Passaic Valley. It was a thrilling win. I'd like to see more hustle from them here. Here's the thing. Both these teams have been playing a very physical defensive game. They have not been allowing girls in the lane to drive and draw fouls. If the Patriots can drive, pick up some fouls, get to the free throw line early, I think that'd be beneficial. Also, they've kind of been tentative with taking three-point shots, and that's what really sparked their offense, I thought, in the Passaic Valley game. So I'd like to see a little bit more of that, but it's really a very physical game. And the past couple of years, Wayne Hills, Passaic Valley girls have been very physical games. Hornets have a stingy defense as well.
All right, thank you. As the clock winds down, 2 minutes left in the second half. I'm Jason Hook, and I will be taking over play-by-play for the second half. And, it's been a very interesting game so far. The leading scorers are Sam Graff with 6 points, Sarah Park with 5 points, and Sid Lucero with 2 points on the game as the clock is winding down.
And now, with a little bit on the division, the Patriots are in the Independence Division, and they are in second place, trailing Wayne Valley, who is 8-1 on the season. Who they had a great season, but Wayne Hills in second place at 5-3, now leading this game. But you would like to see them come out with a win, finish the season 6-3 here, only trailing by 2 games to Wayne Valley. But so far it's been a pretty good game. I like the physicality, as Mr. Hittinger said, but you would like to see definitely more aggressive on the offense as they are on the defense. So, and then, that's so far. I would just like to see them continue to play physical.
Yeah, and it's senior night tonight, so the starting five was filled with seniors, not including Sarah Park, who she's the leading scorer, so obviously she's gonna get the spot. But some new faces: Joelle Ricky and Bree McMullen were in the starting lineup. Joelle Ricky, the center, and Bree McMullen, the guard. New faces to see. Getting some playing time out there, and it's worked, this new lineup, as They are now in the lead as the clock is winding down 15 seconds until second half action begins.
And then on Thursday, we have a boys' game that we'll be broadcasting versus Lakeland. And that's not their senior night. Next Tuesday will be their senior night, as you see the graphic here on the screen, which is for the Patriots game on Thursday. But on Tuesday will be the boys' senior night. Not sure who they are playing. But as now you heard the buzzer go off, and we'll be ready to start the second half.
And second half action is about to begin as we see the ball on the court, and it looks like the Passaic Valley Hornets are now hopping on to the court. And both teams are now leaving their huddle here as we see Kat Lepore, Sarah Park, Lily Weltman, Sam Graff, and Shannon Ty. As we see Ty, here's Graff with the ball. She's going to give it Graff at the top of the key. She's going to hand it off to Weltman. Weltman back to Graff. Back to swing it over to Park. Park to Graff again. Here's at the top. There's Weltman to Lepore. To Ty. She's going to put up that shot, and it is no good, but that is rebounded by Sarah Park. She's going to put it back out to Sam Graff, and Wellman's going to put it in to Park as Graff's going to drive in. Swings it over to Park, and that is no good, but another Wayne Hills rebound as Graff has the ball at the elbow. Kat Lepore with the contested three. That is no good, but that is rebounded by number 3, Lily Weltman, the sophomore. Park with the ball. Now it's to Lepore. Weltman with the three-pointer. That is no good, but that is another Wayne Hills rebound as they're going to fight against the Hornets where that Sam Graff going to pass it inside, and unfortunately that falls right out of the hands of Sharon and Ty, and it will be Passaic Valley Hornets ball. It looks like there's going to be a travel called on the Passaic Valley Hornets. Here's Weltman with the ball. Passes it out to Sam Graff. Graff from the corner. Another three, no good, as that's going to bounce out of bounds. As we can see, the Passaic Valley Hornets are now here to inbound the ball. And it looks like Taylor Hill is here to inbound it. That one's going to be to number 3, Kayla Price. Here's Hill with the ball. And they're going to call a foul there. That looks like it'll be on number 14, Sam Graff, for second of the game, and the first foul for the Patriots in this second half. Top of the key, here are the Hornets. Pass it over. Kayla Price, no good off the bank shot, and that is rebounded by Kat Lepore. Graff with the ball. She's going to pass it inside. Weltman going to pass it out to Shannon Ty, and that is no good. As the two teams are fighting for the rebound, that's going to be rebounded by the Passaic Valley Hornets, as taking up the ball is, I believe, number 22, Tiana Raymond. Passed inside, and she's going to fall down. That was Tatiana Carter, as here's a fast break for the Patriots, and Lily Weltman with the wide open lay-in. And that'll put Wayne Hills up by 7 points, 16-9, as we are just over 2 minutes in to the second half. Both teams, they've been keeping it close so far, but, after that a good couple of rebounds we saw from Wayne Hills, we saw a few turnovers already, and, that open layup by Lily Weltman, as both teams are now in the huddle. And timeout will be over as we see the Patriots break their huddle, and they will go back out onto the court. Once again, the same lineup of Weltman, Graff, Park, Ty and McMullen. Excuse me, Lepore.
Back to that layup by Lily Weltman. She took her time, unlike a couple of her teammates so far in this game, but she took her time and made the easy layup.
Kayla Price for three. That one's in and out. Unfortunately, that one's going to be smacked out of bounds there, going for the rebound. But, you know, it looked like it was in the hands of a Hornets player, but Graf had to smack it out of her hands, and that's going to stay with the Hornets as she was the last one to touch it. And that one is going to be out of bounds and is also going to stay with Passaic Valley.
That looked like it was out on the Hornets there, but they do get the ball.
See, Kayla Price is going to inbound it to Taylor Hill. Taylor Hill with 190 points on the season going into this game. And here's a fast break. Weltman to Graf. Graf is unfortunately going to miss that, and that is going to be out of bounds, but it was last touched by Passaic Valley.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate play. Great play by Lily Weltman to get the ball back as she was already underneath.
Another great example of ball movement from the Patriots. Unfortunately, Graf just couldn't deliver on that. The no-look pass to the corner. Graf gonna take the three. What a play. Shannon Ty with the snake eyes all the way to the corner. And Sam Graf with her third three-pointer as that is stolen by Sarah Park. Weltman's gonna go up for it. She's gonna be blocked. She's gonna get her own rebound. Lepore now out with it. She's going to have it stolen by Taylor Hill. Hill going all the way. And she's going to be fouled by Shannon Ty, and that will be an and one.
That's a great play. And
we have a replay of that pass. Or, excuse me, the and one. As you can see, the and one there for Taylor Hill as it looks like she missed her free throw there. And that one's stolen again. Taylor Hill again going to go up for it, and she is going to be fouled. She is going to the line again.
That almost looked like the replay. As the same players, Taylor Hill and Shannon Ty, going down at the bottom of the basket.
Yeah, that was almost identical there.
Yeah, Shannon Ty just could not get the block once again.
That one is up and good for Taylor Hill, the leading scorer for this Passaic Valley Hornets team, as she puts up her second one, and it is also good. Nothing but net, as you can see. Park here to inbound it to Graf. Graf with the ball at the top of the key. She's going to swing it over to Willie Weltman. Weltman over to Lepore in the paint. And she is going to be fouled by number 4, Nicole Laricia. And she's going to be taken out of the game, as I believe that was her second or third foul so far. As Lepore, yeah, it was her third foul. As Lepore goes to the line and she makes the first one. We also see, I believe, Tatiana Carter coming out of the game, and Tiana Raymond going in for her. Lepore for her second shot, no good, but that is going to be, no, it's rebounded by Passaic Valley. Looks like Shannon Ty had a hand on it, but she could not keep it in her hands, and that is rebounded by Weltman. Weltman on the fast break. Grabbed the tip to Park, and an amazing turn of events. One of the craziest fast breaks I've seen. I mean, we thought that Shannon Ty no-look pass was crazy, but that just adds to it. I mean, Wayne Hills is now up by 9 as we see Katarina Lepore with the ball. She is going to be arguably not fouled, but the ball is out of bounds on Passaic Valley as we see Sam Graf to inbound it here.
I'm not sure how that was not a foul, as Katarina Lepore was completely on the ground there after that.
We see Shannon Ty with the ball at the top of the key. She's going to swing it over to Sarah Park. Back to Ty. Now Weltman with it. Park now has the ball. She's going to swing it over to Kat Lepore. Kat Lepore for the corner three. That is good!
Another great shot by the Patriots here in that corner. It's been the hot spot so far, as there's been 2 threes made already.
Looks like Hills is really turning this whole thing around. You know, we saw, a 5-point lead for Hills, and now they've gotten, a lot of big plays. The no-look pass from Shannon Ty, that crazy fast break off the pass to Sam Graff. She then, tapped the ball over to Sarah Park. I'm still amazed by that. And that is out of bounds. Another turnover for the Passaic Valley Hornets. They have been struggling with that. Passaic Valley Hornets. They have been struggling with that for the entire game so far. Kat Lepore, another corner three. That is no good, but that is going to be... No, it is rebounded by the Hornets, and she's going to go for the jump ball, trying to get the ball back into her possession, but no good, as that's going to be a foul called on her second of the game. As you can see, Kat Lepore was going for the jump ball, knowing that the possession arrow was in Hills' favor, trying to get that ball back, trying to get another score to heighten this 11-point lead.
Definitely not sure how that was a foul. It looked like she was going for the ball.
And it looks like there is going to be a foul. Shannon Ty is the one who was fouled, and number 3, Kayla Price. Shannon Ty was the one who fouled Kayla Price. A little, wasn't sure who had possession there, as it looked like they were both had it in their hands in a little jump ball motion, but Ty was a bit too early and a bit too aggressive. Taylor Hill now with the ball. She's going to pass it over to number 4, Laricia. She's going to airball that, but that is rebounded by Shannon Ty. Ty's going to go all the way. That is no good, and it's rebounded by Taylor Hill. Now the fast break. And she is going to be no foul call, no block, no shooting foul, and no charge. That was surprising, as there was definitely contact there, whether that was on the offense or on the defense, but they are going to call that out of bounds.
Kat Lepore has been completely on fire in this second half. As she's been on fire this whole entire game, she has racked up a total of 5 blocks and now has 5 points after hitting that 3 earlier. She's been unstoppable when it comes to defense, and on offense, she's finally kicking into gear.
And that'll be a foul call. That looks like it is on number 14, Sam Graff, and that is her 3rd of the game so far. 5 fouls this half already for the Wayne Hills Patriots, excuse me. Got the two schools mixed up there. As we see Taylor Hill going to the line, and she is going to make that one, and she tightens the lead to 10 points.
That is Sam Graff's 3rd foul of the night, as it did look like she came out of the game there. I'm sure she'll be right back in, most likely in the 4th quarter.
Hill's going to put up another. That one is missed, and it looks like there was a line violation on Hills, and Taylor Hill is going to go for a 3rd shot, a 3rd attempt, I should say. And that is good. Unfortunately, that line violation does lead to Taylor Hill going 100% from the line. As we can see, we have Bree McMullen taking up the ball. She's going to pass it over the park. That is stolen by a Passaic Valley player. Again, Taylor Hill, the lead scorer for the Hornets. She's been on fire this game. Unfortunately, it has not been enough to give them the lead over Wayne Hills, as they're still down by 9. As Hill goes to the line for 2. That first one is up, and it is no good, right off the front of the rim. Getting ready for the second shot. She's going to put it up, and that is also no good off the front of the rim. That is rebounded by Sid Lucero. She's going to pass it over to Bree McMullen. Lucero back with it at the top of the key.
One thing I just noticed is Sam Graff calling out a play from on the sideline. That just shows her leadership, as this will be a last game at home here as a senior for the Patriots.
Park now with it. She passes it over to Shannon Ty. Ty over to Lucero. Back to Ty. She's going to pass it over to Lucero. Lucero is going to be fouled by number 33, Taylor Hill. That is her first of the game and the 3rd foul of the half for the Passaic Valley Hornets. as they're getting ready to inbound the ball. Sid Lucero now with it. Passes it over to Bree McMullen. McMullen with the pump fake there. She hands it off to Shannon Ty. Ty over to McMullen again. Here's Ty with it now. The pick by Sarah Park. Park is going to receive that from Ty, and she's going to drive to the basket. And that is good. And that is going to be stolen by Bree McMullen. Right off of the inbound pass. And here's Kat Laporte now with it. Shannon Ty now at the top of the key. She's going to give it to Sid Lucero. And it is back to Shannon Ty, one of the third leading scorer. Or, sorry, the second leading scorer of this Hills team. At least as of going into this game. Here's Kat Laporte, and that is no good. It's going to bounce off the rim and go over the backboard as Hills still has an 11-point lead, and it looks like Taylor Hill is here to inbound the ball to one of her teammates.
So far tonight, Sam Graff and Sarah Park both have 9 points, leading the team, and then Catherine Laporte with 5 points, but definitely leading the defense into this later half of this third quarter.
Going up with it is number 32, Tatiana Carter, and unfortunately that is no good as she's going to go to the line. I'm sorry, that was number 22, Tiana Raymond, who has not been seeing a lot of playing time so far this game. And that one was on number 45, Kaylin Alejo, who going into this game doesn't have any points or rebounds. She hasn't played a lot, and you know, with a big lead like this, 11 points and now 10 points, you know, Coach Green is willing to put Alejo in and see if, you know, let her talent shine there. As you can see, Alejo now with it. Or, sorry, that's to Ty McMullen to Alejo. Now to Lucero. Lucero's going to drive in. She's going to go up with it, and that is going to be blocked by Tiana Raymond. And a deep three by Taylor Hill at the end of the quarter, and that is no good, unfortunately, as the Wayne Hills Patriots now lead 26-16 after that third quarter. Both teams combined for a total of 10 fouls, 7 for the Wayne Hills Patriots and 3 for the Passaic Valley Hornets. Jake, can I get some stats over here?
Yeah, so the two leading scorers for the Patriots, Sarah Park and Sam Graff, both have 9 points, and then Catherine Laporte with 5, and then Cindy Lucero and Lily Weltman both have 2. But on offense, they've kicked it into gear as now putting up 12 points in the second half, which is almost double what they did in the whole entire first half. Definitely like the way they came out. Obviously more driving, especially from Sarah Park and Sam Graff. They're definitely their two best players on this team. And even great defense tonight by both of their top players. Catherine Laporte has 5 blocks tonight, been unstoppable underneath. Nothing has really gotten past her as they've only allowed Passaic Valley to about 16 points tonight.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of highlight reel type plays. I mean, it started with that Kat Laporte monster block with both hands. She grabbed it right out of the shooter's hands, and she took it for herself. We saw that no-look pass from Shannon Ty to Sam Graff, and we also saw the pass from, I believe that was Sid Lucero on the fast break, gave it to Graff. Graff just taps it over to Sarah Park for the easy fast break score. You know, 10-point game, and it's been very exciting to see as fourth quarter action is underway.
Now we hear the players start to come on the court. Definitely excited about this 10-point lead going to the fourth quarter of this game. Not sure why we are not seeing the court here. Now we are.
Sam Graff now with the ball. She's going to give it over to Weltman. Weltman looking for a teammate. She's going to drive. She's going to take it back out. Here's Graff. Graff going to give it over to Joelle Ricky, and she will not be able to reach for it. Bit of an overthrow there from Sam Graff, unfortunately, as there was no score there, no pass completed there either. As you can see, Lily Weltman running back and forth between defenders, one of the better defenders on this team, as she is very skillful and, you know, very dominant on the defensive end. Seen a lot of hustle between the Patriots players on defense as well, and offense too. You know, we've seen Sam Graff, we've seen Lily Weltman, we've seen Kat Lepore just, you know, giving it their all so far.
Sam Graff still in the game, even with 4 fouls. Definitely don't want to see Sam Graff being out of this game.
Here's Bree McMullen. The three-pointer no good, but that is going to be a jump ball. Graff going for the rebound, but unfortunately the possession arrow was in the favor of the Passaic Valley Hornets, as Graff is now going to sit out, as in her place is now Shannon Ty.
Yeah, she got called for that tripping foul, which more looked like the player ran into her there, but
That
it's
is going to be a travel there on, that was number 14, Janessa Ruiz. Waltman now at point guard after Graff taking it out of the game. Here's Ty with it. McMullen gonna give it to Ricky. Ricky back out to Ty. Now Weltman. It's McMullen with the ball. Passes it to Weltman. Now Ty. She's going to drive inside. And that is going to be a travel, as unfortunately she took about 3 or 4 steps there. You know, got a little tripped up. Unfortunately, that is going to be called against her, and it'll be Passaic Valley ball. No points have been scored yet this quarter, as we are only a minute and 30 in. But, you know, seeing that third quarter, you know, I'm surprised that, you know, nothing has been really occurring so far. And that one is going to be tipped out by Lily Weltman, but Hill keeps it, and she's going to turn it around and take the shot.
To me, it looked like a double dribble, as she definitely picked up her dribble there.
Weltman now with it. Here's Ty. Over to McMullen. Back out to Ty. McMullen gives it into Lepore. Lepore is going to jump up, try to reach out for it, and unfortunately that was just too high, as there is now a timeout being called.
That is one thing the Patriots have cleaned up so far in the second half, is the turnovers, as that is only their 4th here in the second half, as they had 10 in the whole entire first half. But their rebounds have basically been off the charts, as they are now over 20 going into the 4th quarter, which is one thing I did say before the game to watch them improve on.
Yeah, it's been big turnovers, big rebounds, especially in the first half, and even so far in the second half. You know, Hills does have 4 turnovers in the second half, which is a lot is so far less than they had in the first half, but still not something you want to see. You know, you want them to see. You know, you want them to grow. You want them to, you know, keep the ball in their hands, keep it great ball movement. And unfortunately, that has not been going for them, especially after those 2 turnovers that they've had so far in the 4th quarter. As that is going to be overthrown over the head of Taylor Hill, and that is going to go into the stands, and it knocks down a balloon. Lily Weltman now to inbound the ball. Here's Sid Lucero. Hands it off to Weltman. Now to Ty. She's going to take the pull-up jumper. No good. That is going to be rebounded by the Hornets. Taking that is Tiana Raymond. It's going to be missed, but rebounded again by the Hornets. Fast break. Here's Lily Weltman going up with it, and that is good. Another score off the fast break from Lily Weltman here. As we can see, Taylor Hill passing it to her teammate number 1, who we unfortunately don't have on our roster sheet here. And that is going to be a foul. Going to the line is Nicole Laricia. And that will be on number 5, Kat Lepore, who is doing so well defensively. Unfortunately, she does pick up that foul, and they have 9 fouls already in this half. They are 1 away from the double bonus. Laricia makes her first. She's going to put up her second, and that is no good. But that is going to bounce off of the hands of Kat Lepore, and that is going to stay with the Hornets.
That previous layup by Lily Weltman was the Patriots' first points of this fourth quarter, and we're already 3 minutes into it.
Raymond's going to pass it into Taylor Hill. She's going to go up, no good.
It definitely looked like all ball there. Shannon Ty played great defense, just got unfortunate with the call, as that is her 3rd foul so far.
Taylor Hill at the line again. You know, I don't know exactly how many times she's been to the line, but it's definitely been a common theme here. She's been getting fouled a lot, and that one was on Shannon Ty, her 3rd of the game. Her and Sam Graff so far in foul trouble, as Shannon Ty does have 3 fouls. Sam Graff with 4, as we are about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. They're tied with the rebound. She's going to give it to Kat Lepore. Now Lucero. Here's Ty. She's going to drive in. She's going to bounce pass to Lily Weltman, and that is good from mid-range. Lily Weltman, who had her first 2 points out, her first 2 baskets off of fast break layups. Now she hits that contested mid-range.
Yeah, and back to that Taylor Hill. Back to her free throws, that she's been there very consistently. She has 45 on the season. Obviously, that's why most of her points came from 190 on the season. And along with that, 52 twos and only 13 threes. But definitely see her as more of an inside finisher, just similar to the Patriots' Sam Graff.
Off of the travel, Hills now has the ball. Shannon Ty passes it out. Here's Kat Lepore. Weltman's going to drive in. She's going to put that up, and that is good. Lily Weltman really popping off here in this fourth quarter, as she's had 3 buckets. And that is a timeout for the Passaic Valley Hornets. As Jake, how many points does Lily Weltman have this game?
So far, she has 8 points. And 4 of those came from fast breaks, and now the 4 recent ones came from shots. She has just been on fire in this fourth quarter, as Patriots are getting seems like a lot more steals, getting the ball back more, and getting a lot more rebounds, which we're taking advantage of, which they were not in the first half.
Yeah, like I said before, Lily Weltman, a multi-sport athlete. A lot of athletes here at Wayne Hills are multi-sport athletes. For the boys team, we have Phillip Park, who plays basketball and baseball. And we also have here for the girls team, Bree McMullen and Sam Graff, who are going on to college to play lacrosse. And as we hear the buzzer, the timeout is just about to end, as we see the Patriots break their huddle as they are up by 13 points.
Yeah, and they only scored 14 in the first half, and now scoring about 16 in the second half, with still 3 minutes and 40 seconds left to go. 18 points in the second half.
Looks like Sam Graff is now back in the game, and with 4 fouls already. Taylor Hill is going to take up the ball. She's going to pass it out to her teammate. That one is almost out of bounds, but she retrieves it. That one is going to be out of bounds on number 22, Tiana Raymond. And here's Sarah Park to inbound it to Sam Graff. Graff passes it up to Ty. Ty to Graff. Now here's Sarah Park with it. She's going to be fouled there. little push, with over 3 minutes left. It's not like they're, fouling them late in the game to try to get a free throws out of them. It looks like they just wanted to, stop the time, maybe recollect, catch a breath, and here is Sam Graff at the top of the key. Shannon Ty now has it. Gonna put it back to Graff's hands. Sarah Park now with the ball. Here's Graff with it, over to Ty. Ty with the open layup. No, she doesn't take it. She passes it out to Kat Laporte. Laporte out to Sarah Park, and it looks like they're trying to drain this clock out. It looks like that was a foul on number 3, Kayla Price, her third of the game, and there is a timeout as the Patriots and the Hornets, go over their game plans for the rest of the game. It looks like we know the Patriots' game plan for the rest of the game. Run the timeout, run out the clock, and, the Hornets looking to, later in the game maybe get a few fouls, stop the clock, get as many points up. So far, their three-pointers haven't really been working for them the way they have been working for the Patriots. But inside, they've definitely been doing great. Taylor Hill's been great at drawing fouls and going to the line. She is similar to Sam Graff, as she rarely misses her free throws. And that is something that, Hill's going to have to look out for.
Yeah, with Passaic Valley, we saw a lot of turnovers similar to the Patriots in that first half. And most of those coming from the travel calls. You just have not seen them make those simple mistakes as they've scored about 10 points here in this second half. But there's only about 2 minutes and 38 seconds left to go. Down by 13 here.
As we see a foul call on Black. That is the 6th foul of the game. That one is the 4th on Kayla Price. She is now in foul trouble with the same amount of fouls as Hills' Sam Graff. Kat Laporte now with the ball. She's going to drive, and she's going to be fouled by number 25, Alexandra Stefanelli, who started this game, even though she is a freshman. Seeing a lot of young talents for the team. We saw Kayla Price, Taylor Hill, they are both juniors and seniors. And then, we see Stefanelli and Redden, who are freshmen and sophomores, starting for the team. It's going to be passed out to Sam Graff. She's guarded by Kayla Price. Graff trying to run out the clock here. Drives to the lane. She's going to pass it out to Kat Laporte. Sets the pick. Laporte is going to be fouled by number 33, Taylor Hill.
Now they are in the bonus.
Yeah, they will. Looks like Kat Laporte will go to the line for a 1-and-1, as that is the 2nd foul on Taylor Hill. 10 fouls so far this half for the Patriots and 8 for the Hornets. She puts it up for the first shot. That is no good, but it is rebounded by Hills as Shannon Ty gets it. One of the taller players on the team using her height to her advantage, and she gets the rebound. Much more time to run out that clock. Sarah Park now with it, the leading scorer going into this game.
That was Ty's 5th rebound of the game.
Shannon Ty now with it. She's going to pass it out to Sam Graff. Graff being a little aggressive there, swinging over the ball, trying to get it to the other side, her right side, her stronger hand. As you can see, we have Bree McMullen now with the ball at the top. And that is going to be tipped out of the hands of Sarah Park by Taylor Hill. As we see Joelle Rickey is coming into the game for Sarah Park. Lepore gets it, and she's going to pass it back out to Sam Graff.
Looking to waste time here is that you're getting fouled to stop the clock.
And Sam Graff is going to be fouled again with just over 1 minute to go. Looks like Passaic Valley is one foul away from the double bonus, something you really don't want the other team to be in, especially when you're down by 13 points. That gives them the extra chance, and especially with a player like Sam Graff, you do not want that because, you know, as history has shown, she is great from the line, as looks like a substitution is happening, or after the shot, possibly. And that is in. Once again, Sam Graff almost automatic from that free throw line. Let's see if she can make the second one and go 100% on this trip. And that one is also good. Kind of worried I would jinx it there, but, you know, with Sam Graff, she's going to make it either way. It doesn't matter. As you can see, Hill is going to take up the ball. Price over to Hill. Inside. Some newer players that we haven't seen yet in this game. Taylor Hill's going to go up for it, and that's going to be rebounded by Shannon Ty. Ashley Lazito, who only saw about 5 minutes so far in this game. She's going to get the ball, and she's going to turn it over, but that is going to be a jump ball, and that will be Hornets ball, as possession error was in their favor. 44 seconds left in the game. 15-point lead for Hills, 34-19. Graff's going to put it, Hill's going to put it up, guarded by Graff. Now Graff gets the rebound. Passes it over to Kat Lepore. "11 seconds left on the clock. Here's Bree McMullen. She's going to swing it over to Sam Graff, and she's going to dribble this out. No, she's going to pass it over to McMullen, and here is star player Sam Graff. And that is the end of the game, 34-19. Big win there for Hills. You know, they're coming off that loss, and they get that 15-point win there, as the final score has been 34-19 here at the Gifford Gymnasium. And I believe we have a key player here. We are waiting on, so this has been, as we are waiting on Sam Graff to join us, we have a lot to talk about here. I mean, a lot of turnovers, a lot of fouls. This has been a very aggressive game, very back and forth, but, you know, in that second half, Hills started to, you know, take it away. And, you know, fortunately, after that loss, you know, they got their thunder back, and, you know, here they are with the big win. Jake, do you have stats for us?
Yeah, big win tonight for the Patriots, putting up 20 points in that second half, which was way more they did in the first half. And Sarah Park, who was our key player for today's game, had 11 points. And then Sam Graff with 11 points, and then Sarah Park had 9 points for today's game. And Catalina Lepore also had 5 points, playing great defense all night long, racking up a total of 5 blocks tonight. She was just on point on defense, and I know we pointed that out many times throughout this game. And also the turnovers. They cleaned it up on turnovers, as they only had 5 in that second half compared to 10 in that first half. Overall, they just played a really great game.
Yeah, it's been a great one for the Wayne Hills Patriots after that big win. As the you know, we saw at the end of the game, you know, they were running out the ball, they were running out the clock there, and I believe we are still waiting on oh no, Sam Graff, can you hear me? So I just wanted to, you know, ask you a few questions. So what NBA player or just athlete in general would you associate your game with?
Sorry about the technical issues here.
Sorry, looks like we're having technical difficulties. Unfortunately. Yeah, sorry, Sam. We can't hear you over here. Yeah, so we are experiencing some technical difficulties in our interview, and it looks like we can't get sound to work, unfortunately, and that looks like we might not have the interview after all. Unfortunately, we'll have to get Sam Graff for another game, as this has been Wayne Hills TV. Again, the final score was 34-2.